Pharma Leader Media, known for independent and unbiased reporting, organized its 7th annual meet on the theme Make in India, healthcare reforms, insurance, innovation, investments and infrastructure, empowering India's developing healthcare system. 7th Annual Pharma Leaders Business Leadership Summit and Pharma Leaders Business Leadership Awards 2014 was organized at Hotel Sahara Star, Mumbai. More than 300 power-packed industry veterans and healthcare visionaries participated in the event.
Prime Minister Modi spoke to me in 45 days back when I came from his chamber. He told me categorically that he wanted to make this summit a Make in India concept. Make in India concept का ये मकसद है कि सब जितना भी फार्मास्यूटिकल कंपनीज है और जितना भी डॉक्टर्स है और जो कंज्यूमर्स है वो साथ में आए, साथ को मिलकर काम करे और इंडिया को आगे बढ़ाए.
Fiery debates, interactive sessions and world-class speakers were present with futuristic approach. There were lots of challenges, opportunities in the global healthcare industry.
A brief look at the healthcare landscape in India reveals that large majority of India, around 70% of the rural population, have limited access to healthcare whose quality may not be up to the desired standards.
Conference of pharmacists that I've attended a couple of years ago in Germany, a German pharmacist, finding out that I'm from India, congratulated me from being from this country. And he said, you know, in my 2 pharmacies that I own in a relatively small village in Germany, 2 out of 5 of the medicines are of Indian origin. And this really made me proud that our medicines are going to over 200 countries and carrying the Indian flag with them.
The Indian scenario, the children's heart surgery is clubbed with the adult cardiac surgery. But the children's have a different physiology, different handling, and also different dose setup and different complications they have. And they are not miniature adults. If you give 1/10 of the dose, it will not work. You have to understand their tissue physiology and also the inflammatory response and so on.
We need infrastructure, which is very important. We need skilled labor, skilled people to run the show. We need insurance. We need a greater share of the GDP for healthcare. Our healthcare budget is very little. We have hardly 1 to 2% or 3% of our GDP as against other countries which have almost 12 to 14 to 16%. So unless we have all this support from the government, our procedures are very lengthy. Doing business in India sometimes becomes a pain. Why FDI is not coming is because of this reason. We don't have a single window clearance system like most countries have.
77% of people in a city like Chennai or Mumbai or Delhi have either diabetes or pre-diabetes. So if you walk on the road and you start discounting people who are above 50 years of age, roughly by age, 3 out of 4 will have either diabetes or pre-diabetes, and only 1 out of 4 will have normal glucose tolerance. Now that's very, very worrying. And the reason I say this is because even now there are skeptics who say that there's no diabetes epidemic, it's all just made up, it's all pharma, it's all, a few epidemiologists who do that. Nothing could be further from the truth. We have already reached levels of diabetes which are frightening and worrisome, and as I'll show you, there's even more to worry.
Our strongest need, friends, is pleasure. And the power to give pleasure is the greatest power we all have. Let it be helping someone with food, money, etc., or giving an orgasm. It's a force that excites our bodies. It's present in all of us since birth. It touches our souls. In its expression, we come to know where we come from and see where we go. To acknowledge it or not is a defining question, and how do we manage it determines our values in lives. It connects our deepest selves with the world outside. Sex is a long subject when nature and cultures collide.
Medical experts gave the energetic presentation on empowering India's developing healthcare system.
The problem is we don't understand the dimension of diabetes. We don't understand what it really means and what's the kind of burden which is in this world. Diabetes is the biggest reason for cardiac diseases, blindness. It's the single largest cause of blindness in this world. Foot amputation. Other than accidents, the biggest cause of foot amputation in this country or in any other country is diabetes. And therefore, there's so much more opportunity to do good. And because I'm a diabetic, I decided to do something about it. And like I said, today we are the largest chain of clinics in India and in the world.
If we can have a system of education or the system of learning that we educate a person to have a good healthy lifestyle so that due to its repercussion, they do not achieve to that target where they are supposed to have to shell out a heavy amount from their pockets to fight out the disease or to buy some time from God to be sustainable in this world.
The fundamental technology which we use is called hydrofiber or aquacell. Now, if you have an exudating or an infected wound, this technology helps you to effectively deliver the drug to the infected site. It also helps you effectively clean the surface of the wound and allow the body to help recover the wound.
If you can discipline yourself to follow even a couple of rules diligently, remember that when you are well nourished, well exercised, well rested, free of toxins, free of negative emotions, with a purpose in life, your health ratings will be very high. You will not fall prey to any disease. There may be people around you with cold, fever, dengue, tuberculosis, all kinds of diseases, but you will not fall sick. This will save you and your family from a whole lot of trouble because your health is truly your wealth.
So it's important to rewrite, one of the wish lists doctors have is to rewrite the medical curriculum to make it more user-friendly and also make it more adaptable to the current environment. We are still following a medical curriculum which is predominantly from the British legacy. I come from Grand Medical College, it's the second oldest medical school in India after the Calcutta Medical School. There's just 1 year's difference between, and I was in Calcutta last week speaking on API forum again, and I can tell you and assure you that we have not changed our curriculum to a great extent, and we need to rewrite our curriculum, make it maybe in 4 years, then do more didactic training.
We are what we see. Basically, we imbibe what's in the environment around us. So there's this other video that I'm going to talk to you about looks. When I tell people that their looks are important, not just about looking good, but looking the best that they can, about grooming, etc., they always look at me and they say, well, I think it's very superficial comment. But then now I have proof to say that I'm not being superficial when I tell you that it's important how you look.
One of the core area of bone marrow transplant is very, very high potential because in this area we are actually able to give the cure to the patients. Cancer care, as you know, is one area where many times when you diagnose a case, it is in late stages.
Our hospital beds is only 1 per 1,000 compared to 3 per 1,000 in the West. So in healthcare, we are severely lagging behind. And if you look at other areas, our infrastructure has improved a lot. We have got modern roads, modern ports, modern airports, but it is not sufficient for the 1.2 billion population that we have. Our rural areas still do not have the infrastructure that we need. Our rural areas still do not have hospitals, basic facilities, an integrated healthcare system.
Panel discussions were organized where medical experts gave their views on current health issues. Its topic was the new age medical profession, patient-centered care of the patient, for the patient and by the patients.
Is it patient-centric or are we debating them?
I think lot good things are happening in medical profession nowadays. And especially I talked in my presentation also with coming up of accreditations. Now the patient centricity has certainly increased. These things like soft skill training, things like being available, what are patient rights, what are patient responsibilities.
Situation is not like that one doctor is seeing 150 or 200 patients. I'm not talking about at the GP level, but doctors have now chosen to see few patients, like less number of patients, but with more involvement.
So how do you bridge that gap and give him much time, try to understand the problem and bridging that gap?
Brahma, the busier you are, the more time you have. It is a question of priority. It is a question of putting them in a particular way. For me, my logistic is very simple. My teachers taught me, teach and treat every patient like your own family member. You will never make a mistake. And that is the yardstick which I follow.
So you can manage them, you can manage thyroid, you can manage diabetes. You just have to be on top of it. Of course, you can refer them to specialists when they need it.
Every patient, if I ask you that what do you think of when you're going to a doctor, when you're going to the hospital, you think, I'm afraid they're going to do some unnecessary investigation. Or you will say, I'm afraid they will fleece me of all my money. Or I need to take second opinion. This is the common sense which comes to every person sitting here or anywhere in India.
Today in India, if we can teach villagers skill sets of how to make Khadi Bhandar, and we can set them up and make it all over the country and all over the world, and so that the people get more employment, more money. If this theme is Make in India, why can't we teach the villagers how to make generic Ayurvedic medicines and give them? The entire the point that you had raised of tertiary healthcare would be solved. The unemployment could be solved. People could get more skill sets. More herbs could be there.
This event embarked a golden mark in the history of the Indian healthcare industry. In the award presentation ceremony, many healthcare dignitaries were honored in different categories.
I'm actually feeling very good about it because I'm gotten through the Breakthrough Innovator and I always like to do different stuff. So I'm quite excited and I'm honored to be here and I'm glad I'm making a difference.
Yeah, I've got an award for the most promising hair transplant surgeon in India 2014 and of course I feel overjoyed at getting this award.
It's unbelievable. I think it's a great award to have, especially because all the people in my category are such outstanding people in their field.
It gives startup companies like us brilliant encouragement to go ahead with the right vision and mission.
The event was phenomenal and fabulous. It was very relevant.
Care World TV got a Super Speaker Award and appreciation for the media coverage in healthcare sector.
I think it's a good event. It is bringing in a lot of experts and they are sharing their resources, their knowledge, their insight about the medical industry.
Yeah, this is a wonderful event. This is one of the best opportunity.
Feels proud to be part of the event. We need more of this kind of encouragement in the new industry in the health sector that's coming up.
I think it was a great event. It was very well organized and it is always good to see winners. So I think it was fantastic.
It was wonderful and good gathering and proud to be amongst achievers, so which is nice.
They made such a difference because they had a healthy brainstorming session. They had keynote speakers happening. They had wonderful speakers from all over India. So all in all, it was a wonderful day spent out here.
This is a fantastic event and this is a talent recognition platform.
This is a very fantastic event where upcoming people of many fields and many faculties have been recognized and awarded.
The event was damn fabulous and it was very fantastic. I really loved it and I'm looking forward for more events like this.
An ambitiously and meticulously planned initiative shared the story of the game changer in health and pharma industry.
The future vision of the company that we want to make it to upscale it to the next level. We are in fact going into March to Dubai, and in Dubai we will be highlighting about the same Make in India concept. We will be replicating this success story because this is the effort of the Ministry of Health, Family Affairs and the Pharma Leaders Group.
Investing the healthcare solutions of tomorrow in difficult times at Hotel Sahara Star Mumbai, where country's top healthcare leaders attended to witness the historic event. It showed India's only dedicated celebration of excellence in healthcare innovation, pharmaceuticals and medical excellence and brand transformation.